Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monu and my voice is going to be a little husky in this video, so please excuse me for that. You can turn on the captions if you are unable to understand the video here. I have been receiving a lot of inquiries about how to practice medicine in Canada, how to get a residency seat, and what to do after passing all the Canadian exams that are there. These are some of the questions that every international medical graduate has on his mind, considering the country that they want residency in or the country that they want to practice medicine in. But some of the harsh facts about Canada is it is very difficult for IMGs to get a permanent or even temporary medical license or temporary residency in Canada. This is because there are relatively fewer spots for IMGs to fill in. I'll talk about the number of residency positions in this video. The best way to go to Canada and practice is if you could do your MBBS from a Canadian medical school. That will be your far best option. But considering that they are highly costly and they require you to have highly competitive examinations such as MCAT, MCAT, you need to pass this examination and it is highly competitive. And there are about only 20 medical schools in Canada. So if you are in like 11th or 12th and you are planning for your MBBS in Canada, that would be your best option. If you have already enrolled in medical school anywhere around the world and then you want to go to Canada, there will be two procedures. I'll tell you about that. Some of the main facts about Canada. Total residency positions are about 3,320 per year. Total number of residency positions, which is less. Second point here is positions available for IMGs are only 300 to 400. So if you calculate the percentage here, it is highly less. Third point here is best places in Canada. These are some of the places that are affordable. Newfoundland, Prince Edward, Labrador and Quebec. You can Google the names of these states or the cities. Then fourth point is after residency you get about $15 lakh Canadian dollars per annum. So just to give you an estimation, this is not a short pay scale, so it is good. Another point is if you want to go to Canada, the first point that comes is PR status. PR is permanent residency. Twist of doing medicine or the residency in Canada is to apply for residency in Canada, you need to have a PR status. You should either be a Canadian citizen or you should have a PR in Canada. To get a PR, you cannot apply as a student. Like if you are a student, you cannot apply for PR in Canada. So you should be an earning individual or your family can apply collectively for PR. Like your parents can apply because your parents will be in the earning category and you can still be the student and you might get PR. In short, Canadian residency process is very complex for IMGs. And it takes about 5 to 6 years just to take the license. So keep these facts and this PR status in mind. You cannot get residency without a PR status in Canada. So there are two ways. First one is right after graduation. I have divided the video into two parts. First one is about the students who have just finished their graduation and they just directly want to go to Canada. Second is for after 2 to 3 years clinical, those who have gained enough clinical experience. First one, for right after graduation, there are three ways. First examination is MCCEE, Medical Council of Canada Evaluating Examination. This is the part 1 of Canadian examination. It is an 4-hour exam, 180 MCQs, and this is a computer-based examination. Along with this, you need to have IELTS examination. You need to have cleared this exam with 7 to 7.5 bands. So first clear IELTS, then give MCCEE. This is available worldwide. Then the second one is NACOSCE, Objective Structured Clinical Examination. Now this is similar to PLAB 2 or Step 2 CS, USMLE Step 2 CS. NAC stands for National Assessment Collaboration. After you'll do this MCCEE, you'll have to give NACOSCE. After you're done with these two examinations, you can apply for residency in Canada through CARMS, capital C, small a, capital RMS, that is Canadian Residency Matching Services. After you have applied for your residency and you have got selected, after your residency application is accepted, you will be called for an interview. After interview, you will have to match to the program. Once you have matched to your program, like your specialty, they'll access you for 4 to 6 weeks. Like they'll evaluate you for a month, and then if you're performing good during those 4 to 6 weeks, your residency will be confirmed. So please point that once you have matched, it is not mandatory that you will be accepted for residency. You will need to pass this assessment part here. Once you have cleared this, your residency will be confirmed. After you have confirmed your residency, there will be third examination, which will be MCCQE, which has 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. This you need to give in Canada after your residency has been confirmed. Part 1 is Medical Council of Canada qualifying examination. This part 1 has another 2 parts, MCQ and clinical decision making. MCQ is like normal MCQ examination, computer based. Clinical decision making similar to OCSE, like you'll be talking to the patient and taking the clinical history, and you'll be tested on your intrapersonal skills here. Second part of this examination is done during residency. Both of them are actually done during residency. Once you have confirmed your residency, then give this part. This is for right after graduation, but you need to know about your PR status and you need to plan tons of things for this. After 2 to 3 year clinicals, those people who are, let's say, in India or US or UK, and they're done with their 2 to 3 years of clinical experiences, and they're working as a general practitioner in their home country's hometown, they can go to Canada via 3 ways. First one is RSPSC, which stands for Royal College of Physicians, Surgeons of Canada exam. This is like a membership of Royal Colleges of Canada. For this one, you won't get a specialty of family medicine. Let's say if you want to do a specialty in surgery, you'll go through this examination, RSPSC. If you want to take family medicine, you will go through TDM. I'll explain about TDM in a bit. For this step, once you are done with your clinical experience, you will first give PER. PER is Practice Eligibility Route. Practice Eligibility Route is an examination through which you can either do PG, that is start your residency, or work as a licensing practitioner. That is, you will get your temporary or permanent license depending upon the number of years you will do. After you have done with PER and you want to do PG, you will give this examination. I have written it upside down. So first step will be PER and second will be to give this Royal Membership Examination, Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Canada exam. Another way, if you want to go for a specialty like family medicine, here you will give the examination of Medical Council of Canada's therapeutic decision making. Like they'll test you on the basis of therapeutic questions. I'll repeat once again, Medical Council of Canada's therapeutic decision making. You'll get a membership of College of Physicians and Surgeons of Alberta, that is Canada. Now this is according to different provinces in Canada. Like if you are going for Newfoundland, you'll get a membership of College of Physicians and Surgeons of Newfoundland. So it depends upon each province in Canada. In short, if you want to go for family medicine as your specialty in future, go for TDM. If you want to go for any other specialty apart from family medicine, go for this RSPSC. Third one here is PRA, that is Practice Readiness Assessment. This is the examination that you can do after RSPC and TDM, and it is similar to PER here, the PER examination. This is the ways that you can enter Canada. And if you are planning to go there, first of all, recognize your medical degree from WHO and FIMER. The first step. Let's say you have decided that I want to go to Canada and I want to do my PG or practice in Canada. The first step you'll do is to recognize your medical degree from WHO, World Health Organization, and FIMER, which stands for Foundation for Advancement of International Medical Research, or IMED, which stands for International Medical Education Directory. Second step would be to submit your portfolio. Now this process is similar for all the examination. No matter which exam you want to give, USMLE, PLAB, Canadian examination, Australian, this process will remain the same. The first step, even before taking admission into a medical university, please check that your medical university that you are going to take admission in is recognized for these various examinations. Do not just follow other people. So recognize your medical degree. Then second step, submit your portfolio. Portfolio means your documents, your high school documents, a photograph, your signature, whatever research papers you have, whatever conferences you have attended through MCC Physician's Credentials. MCC stands for Medical Council of Canada. So you'll submit your portfolio, and then you'll start with the application process. Like you'll start with whichever way you want to go. This is it for this video. If you have any queries, please drop them down in the comment section below. I have covered PLAB, USMLE, AMC, that is Australian Medical Council or examinations for Australia, Germany, I think these all. So if you want to know about those examinations, please check my channel. Thank you very much for watching.